Hi, my name is Aaron Geller, and I'm going to be speaking about something near and dear to my heart: Air Jordan sneakers and their history. Some beauties as basketball shoes, but I see them as a fashion accessory. Either way, the shoes hold a special value to me, and I have an extensive collection that I'm very proud of. Air Jordan is a brand of basketball shoes and athletic clothing produced by Nike. It was created by former basketball player Michael Jordan. The original Air Jordans were created exclusively for Jordan in '84 and were designed for Nike by Peter Moore and Tinker Hatfield. 1985 was a great year, not only because Michael Jordan won Rookie of the Year and played in the All-Star game, but because the Air Jordan 1s were released. The Air Jordan 1s were the first shoe to be worn in the NBA with multiple colors. Soon after the release of the Air Jordan 1, David Stern, the commissioner of the NBA, banned the most popular shoe of the time, worn by Michael Jordan, and said that every time he would lace up a pair and step on the court, he would be fined. Nike would pay for these fines, and in result, became a great marketing scheme for them. The Air Jordan 2 made its debut in 1986. Not really the most eye-catching of sneakers, the Air Jordan 2 was made in a high top and a low top, and was very stylish, making them just as popular as the Air Jordan 1s in sales. 1987 to 88 was an outstanding year for Jordan as well. He won the Slam Dunk Contest, All-Star MVP, All Defensive Player of the Year, and more, wearing the Air Jordan 3s. Tinker Hatfield decided to make them a mid-top, the first mid-top to be seen in the Air Jordan line. They also featured the iconic elephant print and the Jordan Jumpman logo on the front. Nike's selling strategy with the Air Jordan 3s and the 4s was simple and great. They had Michael Jordan and fictional character Mars Blackman, played by Spike Lee. After watching these commercials, you had no choice but to go out and buy yourself a pair, or beg your parents. The Air Jordan 4 was the first in the line that had an over-molded mesh. People disliked the shoe, said it looked very ugly. Over time, the model grew on everybody and became very popular. The Air Jordan 4 was also able to be laced 18 different ways, which gave it everyone's own flavor or style. The Air Jordan 5 was released in February 1990. It was the first to have a rubber sole, a clear rubber sole, and the Air Jordan 5 was the first to have a foam molded into the shoe upper. To add finishing touches, Tinker Hatfield also added a reflective 3M tongue with the Jumpman embroidering. What makes the Air Jordan 6s so remarkable could have been the Air Jordan was worn in his first NBA title, or could it be that his first Finals MVP was earned in them? Maybe both. They also had a spoiler on the back, which helped Michael to protect his Achilles tendon, the first Jordan to have a back feature. The Air Jordan 7 was inspired by African design when Tim Hatfield was in Portland and saw an Africa poster. These Jordan 7s were also worn in Barcelona in the '92 Olympics and had a special number 9 on the back instead of Jordan's usual 23. Tinker Hatfield wanted the Air Jordan 8s not to feature the Nike sign, and he thought that the Jordan brand logo was strong enough to hang by itself. They did a crossover with Looney Tunes and had a whole Looney Tunes collection, and they also had a carbon fiber tension plate on the sides and straps on both sides. In '92, when Tinker Hatfield and Nike decided to work on the Air Jordan 9s, Jordan was in Asia promoting for Nike, and that was what inspired the Asian theme for the 9s on the side and with the Jumpman logo. On the bottom of the shoe, there are 10 words in 10 different languages that best describe Jordan. Shortly after, Michael Jordan quit basketball and went to go play baseball, but that was very short. The Air Jordan 10 was the first Jordan not to be approved by Michael. When he returned to the NBA, he wore the Jordan 10s with his new number 45 on the sides. As an ode to MJ and his accolades in his career, Tinker and Nike listed all of his milestones on the bottom of the shoe, including his Rookie of the Year, his scoring championships, and his countless MVPs and championships. Now, the Air Jordan 11s are one of the most popular Jordans to be ever created. Michael wore them in the filming of Space Jam. He also wore these 95-96 season, and they were the first shoe ever to be made out of patent leather, which did crease easily, but was a small defect to a beloved shoe. A new year means a new shoe, and the Jordan 12 was no exception. They had a rising sun stitching pattern on the side of the shoe, and Jordan wore these during his iconic flu game, in which he scored 36 points, including the game winning three pointer, in a game which he had flu like symptoms and had to be carried off the court by teammate Scottie Pippen. When the Air Jordan 13s were being thought up, Tinker had the idea that Jordan played and resembled a panther, so that was his idea for the shoe. The side of the shoe resembled a panther paw, and there was a Jordan circle hologram on the back of the shoe, which was also very unique. The Jordan 14 resembles Michael Jordan's favorite Ferrari at the time, the F355 F1. The design of the Ferrari looks exactly like the shoe, and there was carbon fiber on the sides. The 14s were also the first Jordan to have a silver tips on the laces, each with a Jumpman logo. Michael Jordan went on to win 6 championships over 14 years via 2 three-peats and countless accolades to follow during his 14 years in which he wore the Nike NBA sneakers. Which leads us to the question, is it the player or was it the shoes?